So you are new to Escape from Tarkov and you just discovered that therapist wants you to find 3 Salewas found in raid and hand them over to her. Perhaps you're saying to yourself, what the f is a Salewa? Or maybe you have been playing a few weeks but don't know where to hunt for Salewas. Whatever it may be, I got you covered. What's going on, everybody? My name is Gaxicola and welcome to my therapist shortage task guide video. Let's dive right in. For those of you that are completely new to the game, a Salewa is a first aid kit that has 400 heal points and can stop light bleeding and heavy bleeding. You may have noticed that you can purchase Salewas for around 20,000 rubles directly from therapists. Unfortunately for this task, you need to find the Salewas in raid. Things that are found in raid will have a checkmark at the bottom right of the picture. For example, you notice my Salewa has no checkmark, but my WT rig in my stash has a checkmark on it, stating that it's found in raid. So in order to turn in the Salewas, they need to have this checkmark. Now, the hideout is a very important part of this game. You'll soon come to realize that you'll be able to craft many items as you start upgrading your hideout. For example, in the hideout there is a med station. My med station is currently maxed out at level 3, but for those of you that do not have a med station, you will first need to craft the security level 1, and also you will need to craft generator level 1 by paying rubles. Once you have crafted a generator, you will be able to put blue fuel tank or metal fuel tank. The blue fuel tank has 60 use points and the big metal fuel tank has 100. Unfortunately, if you're new to the game and you have not reached level 10, you won't be able to buy the fuel on the market. You're gonna have to find it in raid. Somewhere I go to find fuel on this game is on the map Interchange. Right now we are currently in the store Ollie. This is the front of the store. If we go behind us to the back of the store, this is where most of the fuel tanks spawn. Sometimes fuel tanks are here on the shelf. There is a frequent fuel spawn at the back of Ollie. We're at an information desk and there are these storage container shelves. And as you can see, we have fuel that spawns here. You'll also have water filters, which go for a lot of money at endgame. So those are very good to collect. There's also fuel that can spawn on shelves, like I said before. We have another one there. So fuel is not too hard to find if you come into Interchange at the Ollie store. Once you have fuel in there, you'll be able to craft Salewas at the med station. You will need 2 painkillers, 2 bandages, and a splint. It takes 31 minutes real time to craft a Salewa. Anything that is crafted in your hideout has the found in raid status. So you could take this approach and craft Salewas instead of going out to look for them. Now, if you want to find these in an actual raid and you don't want to take this approach, we could go into some maps and find some Salewas. I'm going to show you some maps I personally go to find the Salewas right away. Let's start with the map Shoreline. We're at Shoreline, in the middle of the map here at the resort. If you're facing the front of the resort by the helicopter, the left side is considered the west wing, and then the right side is considered the east wing. Now we're gonna go ahead and go into the west wing of the map. Coming in the front door, this first level on the left side has a lot of medical bags which you can search and find Salewas in. There's a medical bag in room 110 behind this that you could search. There's also a medical bag in room 107 that you could also search. Just be sure to check all these rooms at the bottom for Salewas maybe laying around. Sometimes they spawn on top of containers. My suggestion would be to come into an offline raid in Shoreline just to get familiar with the map and so you know exactly where the medical bags are. That way when you come into an actual raid, you know where to go exactly and what works for you. You do have to be careful coming into the resort because a lot of players come here, especially at the beginning of the wipe, to look for Salewas. Okay, here we are at Interchange inside the mall. The main door to the mall is that way. There's a store here called Mantis. This is probably going to be the go-to store for you to find Salewas. In Mantis, you'll find that there is a lot of medical containers, and these are great for hunting Salewas. Remember, don't forget to pick up bandages, splints, and painkillers that you find along the way, because these will be able to help you craft Salewas in the med station. Now, Salewas can spawn anywhere on top of these shelves. You also got painkillers that spawn on top of here. You also have a potential chance to find rare keys in these jackets. You can also find gas analyzers in jackets and bags, so be sure to collect those since that will be needed for a future therapist quest. At the back of Mantis, we also have a medical bag here. Also, make sure that you pick up any morphine that you find along the way, since these will be needed for a few quests to turn in Found and Raid. Again, if you're a new player and the only map you've been playing is Customs, there's also a spot you could go to in Customs. We are by Smokestacks. In this building here, some players reference this building as Crack House or as Intelligence Building. This is a very good building to find Salewas. We have medical containers. Salewas can spawn at the bottom here. We got morphine, you got splints. All these things are very useful, especially at the beginning of the wipe. On the second floor, you have a whole med section here. Medical items can spawn on shelves. Look at here, we have a Salewa and it's found in raid. You could also search this shelf. It also spawns medical supplies, and around the corner here in this store is a room with medical supplies that spawn on the shelves as well. Again, make sure you collect these morphines, as you're going to need a few morphines found in raid to turn in for a future quest. Make sure to check this room here, as it can spawn intelligence folders. Sometimes they spawn on the bookshelves, on the floor. These intelligence folders can be used to craft intelligence center, or can be sold on the flea market for a lot of money, especially at the beginning of the wipe. Also guys, don't forget to run your scabs. Scabs also have a chance to spawn with some rare loot, and you never know, you could spawn in with the Salewa and you could go directly to extract and turn that into therapists. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it helped you in your questing, guys. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and like the video if you did find it useful. Also, I stream on Twitch. The link will be in the description below. Be sure to follow me on there as well to catch me playing Escape from Tarkov live, and you could also go in there and ask me any questions that you may have, and I'll be happy to help you. That's all for my part, guys. See you on the next one. Gaxicola signing out.